Guys, there's literally no way. Like, well, first of all, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so once again today, we're gonna be streaming, animating Bakemono Caller. Continuing on from yesterday, actually, I've done a little bit of work since yesterday. I did some coloring for the animation that we did. So to start off the stream, we'll do some shading for that particular animation we did yesterday, and then we'll move on to some new animated scenes, and perhaps also do a little bit of other coloring on other animations I've done off camera. But seriously, you won't believe this. I looked outside and I looked at the, what's it? I don't know, thermometer, whatever you want to call it, thing that measures heat, and it says it was over 35 degrees Celsius. Now, I don't know how much to believe that, and it's definitely not that hot inside here. And I think the sun is shining directly onto it, but 35! Stupid temperatures. No wonder it's hot in here. But yeah, so today I'm also doing a little bit better, so hopefully I'll be able to concentrate a little bit better on what I'm actually doing today, since I'm not absolutely dead and tired. So yeah, I think we'll just get down to business now. So yeah, we've got our file already open here from yesterday, and as you can see, I've done some coloring work on the animation since you last saw it. And what we're going to be doing first of all is just basically finishing the coloring off and the shading and such, and then it's basically ready. After this, we'll be then working on a piece of animation where Rai Mou says, "Your idiocy amuses me," when he takes his hand off his face and he reveals his eyes for the first time. And once we've done that, we've actually completed an entire section of animating for Bakemono, almost. And there's one scene that still needs coloring. But yeah, so I think we can just get down to it. And yeah, if we have any time as well later on, then what we can do is, let's see here. There is a scene where Shotai reacts to seeing Rai Mou, so I guess we can work on that scene, or then the scene where Rai Mou appears to Shotai. Although I might want to do that maybe separately, because then again I don't want to spoil the entire film. Well, we need to see. We'll need to see. Okie dokie. Okity dookity doo doo da da. Let's get started. No one's talking in chat. Alright. Let's get started. So first of all, we'll need to do some shading. Actually, first things first, I noticed that we forgot a green spiral here on Rai Mou's side. So we're actually going to draw that first. Hold on. I'm just going to make the music just a bit lower for me and a bit louder for you guys. There. It's blasting straight in my ears. Also, for the purpose of concentrating, I won't be commentating the entire time anymore. It does take away a little bit from my ability to concentrate, so I will say things every now and again, but unlike the first stream that we did here on this channel, I don't think I'm going to be talking all the time. We have a green spiral done, and honestly, it doesn't matter to me too much if the size changes a little bit here and there. I think it's fine for what it is. If it really starts to irritate me, I will change it later. But now that we got all the colouring done, well, that took a long time, we can now move on to doing the shading. So give me a moment. So we don't actually really need to do too much shading, but just a little bit so that he kind of does like, you can differentiate him from what is different parts from each other, or just to add a bit more depth, I guess, what I'm trying to say, because it does look a bit funny if it's just a flat color. Although in Bakemono Caller there are a lot of scenes where there are just a lot of flat colors used, because the texture mainly does the job pretty well, so we don't need to do too much, but just enough shading to make it just pop a little bit more. Also, we will be adding some gradients onto the characters, probably not like this completely, like really violently as here, but we'll be adding some different gradients onto the characters to help add depth. So this won't be the only shading that we'll do, but I think I will probably do that off camera just for the sake of yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But then we add a bit here. Now his hand's closed, so we just add that. There we go. Also, since the skin color doesn't really have much texture because it's so light, just adding these strokes here and there does really help bring the painterly feel to life that I was originally going for. Yeah, the aesthetics in Bakemono Caller sure are interesting to work with, honestly. Like, it's very different from what I usually do. I mean, what I usually do, I've been working on this for a while now, so I guess at the moment this is what I usually do, but from what I usually like to do. Would I like to animate like an entire like larger project in this style? Not really, because at the end of the day, this style is very sketchy. Like, you know, not that kind of sketchy, but you know what I mean. Sketched out. And in some ways, I do like it when animations do have cleaner lines and stuff. Not necessarily like anime and stuff, but I don't know, this style, when I'm working on it, it doesn't resonate with me as much as, for example, if I was working on TC Hero or something. It's just not the same feel. And yeah, it's quick and easy, but I do enjoy the process of making TC Hero art more than I do making Bakemono Caller art. Sure, I think Bakemono Caller looks interesting and unique, but I wouldn't want to make any larger project, at least at the moment, in this style. Like, I think someday I probably will return to Bakemono Caller after the first short film and make a continuation for the story, but I don't think that's going to happen for a while. Probably in the far future when I've learned a lot more stuff and got a lot more skills. Then I'll probably do that. Also, the reason why I'm covering his eyes like this is just because, well, first of all, he has no eyes, and it's to give the effect that his hair is covering his eyes a little bit, since I don't want to really show his eyes at this point of the film. Chronologically, this is one of Rai Mou's first appearances, and there's one big scene where he appears, and I don't want to take away the impact from that scene. So there we go. Just getting the shading done. It's looking pretty nice. Yeah, I gotta be honest, in some ways I can't wait to be done with Bakemono Caller. It's not that I don't like your project, but it's not as fun to me as some of my other projects. And the current story of Bakemono Caller, in the state that I think I'm going to be able to finish it, won't go into too much of a deeper story with a deeper meaning behind it. And as a storyteller, I like to tell stories that mean something, but at the end of the day, this story really is mainly just well, I won't spoil anything, but it's nothing revolutionary storyline wise. In fact, I've even done something very similar before in another one of my projects. Like, I feel like the similarities between this are very, very apparent. If you know, you know. You won't find that project on this channel, but I may someday release it on this channel, but we'll need to see. At the moment it is viewable, but not viewable here. So, oh, don't have Nick there. No, we do. So he's laughing like, ha 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 ha. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, it's that looks so funny. Bro, I forgot to color his necking. Oh, no. Yeah, now it looks fine. And now we color Reston. Can't wait to actually put this into like all the editing software and get it all the backgrounds moving and everything how I wanted to do it. Actually, oh no, I think I've spoiled a part of the film. How this is gonna look. Oh well, it doesn't matter. By watching this, you're probably already expecting spoilers anyway, because I'm literally animating scenes from a film that will be not seen in any other trailers, so yup. Kind of looks like a lion's paw there, I just noticed. Yeah, the hands can be a bit janky in some places, but I'm not going to start looking at them too much. Okay, I think the skin's done. Honestly, if I would have done this again, I would have made everything with a thinner brush. Hold on, please give me a moment. Yeah. So if I would have done this beforehand, I would have done it definitely with a thinner brush, because I feel like if you compare it to like this image, or just generally all of the animation in the rest of the film as well, the brush isn't this thick. So I have made a mistake. That's a mistake there on my part. But it's not such a big mistake that I'm going to start trying to fix it. Could be brighter. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, so now we're going to start doing the hair. There we go. And then do some more here. Make it look like shiny plastic. Trademark. Boom. And do some more. Like so. There we go. Then do a bit more shading on the red here by making a darker color and then coloring that in places where it's needed. I wonder what Bakemono Caller would have looked like if I didn't color this at all and it was all just like line art. I feel like that could actually be an interesting technique. Or would have been an interesting technique to approach this film with, now that I think about it. Because like make it all look like ink blotches instead of like making it look like really painterly and everything. Not, I don't regret my decisions at all though, but that was just an idea I just popped into my head just now. You still do get that kind of like painting feel from it. And next we will do more of the hair. I think I'm just going to color pick that. And I'll add it to the like skibbity boom, skibbity babadoo. Just on the edges here and there. I feel like we're actually doing too much shading for this at this point now, but it will look good by the end of it. Because it's not like we have an infinite amount of time anymore to finish this off. Like the film literally releases pretty much a week from now. And I'm not panicking though, because I do know I have enough time and I will get this done by then. There's not really that many scenes left to be done. But you know, I do want to get a move on, and I do kind of want to get this out of the way now. Because I have other projects that I need to work on, like the TC Hero trailer and another animation production that I'm involved with. Actually, it's pretty much an animation commission, I guess, but I don't know if I'm getting paid for it or not. But for that one particular commission, I don't really mind if I get paid or not. I'm not gonna, I mean, I've already talked about it, but I'm not gonna talk about it anymore in detail because I don't know how much the guy wants me to talk about it, so. He probably doesn't mind either way, but you know. Okay. Can you hear my chair squeaking? You totally can. Oh, anyways. Anywho, let's just continue with shading. Doing some more shading here and there. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna do the gradients off camera though, just because I need to figure out what gradients I'm really gonna use, because the ones in the character sheet, they look cool for promotional material, but while I was working on the film, I only ever really got them to work properly and nicely once. So, I mean, if I really tried, I could probably get them to work really nicely and look all cool and everything, but I think I'm gonna have to do some changes here. Shotai's gradients work like a charm for the background and everything, but in the theatrical edition, there was essentially 2 scenes of Rai Mou where his color palette looked completely different, at least to my eye. I don't think people noticed, but yeah, his colors were completely okay. The music's still too loud for me anyway. And And one more. And to my... Okay, now I'm just starting to nitpick. Like, I thought, like, I wonder if I could do his teeth. Yeah, I'm wasting time now, but I let the intrusive thoughts win. I don't even know if these are intrusive thoughts. Probably not. But I need to get a 3D feel. Also, his chin looks just like really weird here. Like his head, like his proportions just don't work whatsoever. But you only see it for like a split second, so I'm not gonna start worrying about it. The motion works, that's the main thing. Like when you're watching this, like you just don't notice it. Also, I have noticed that, for example, when he's speaking here, he's actually speaking here but his mouth is completely closed. I did notice that, and I even noticed that while I was animating, but honestly, you don't really notice it when you're watching it. You don't really pay attention to that. So, hold on a minute. My neighbors are doing something over there. Hold on, I'm gonna go closer. I mean, I was gonna say, go close the door. Well, I got like 2 doors here, so let me go close one. That might drown out some of the sound. Give me a moment. Don't want their conversations coming over to the stream. Yeah, I think it's good enough. I think at this point in time we can just call this one a day now and move on to the next one. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna create a new animation. And for this one, this is where Rai Mou says, "Haha, your idiocy amuses me." I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. So at this point, what we need is we got Rai Mou's head. Actually, like a way close up. Maybe like something like that, and he's looking up at the sky, and he's like, got the anime villain hand here. Goodness me, I've pretty much... This is not looking half bad. Okay, so he starts from this position, and then he moves into the other position, revealing his eye. So now we need to create his head. And he's like, still got his hand on his face. And now you can see his eye. It's like, hee. Okay, I don't know if that's proportionally correct. So where he loves his chin up here, then he like moves it down. So it'll probably be somewhere like there. So he moves from that position to this position. Let me just save this really quick. And actually what I'm going to do now, I noticed that once again I did the... Hold on, let me get my keyboard out. I did the lines a little too thick again. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna draw these frames again, but with a thinner brush. But let me just quickly save this first. Rai Mou calls Shotai an idiot will be the file name. I need to figure out a better way to name my files, but this is such a small project, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so we have the two main points here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna create a new animation folder, put this a bit like lighter, and then we're going to draw on top of this with a smaller brush, because when he looks at you in this frame, I really want to get into the little nitty bitty, gritty details. So that's why I want to do this with this smaller brush. Actually, we can start from this frame, so we can kind of figure out what we want his face to look like. One annoying thing about Rai Mou's design I found was that he has constantly slanted eyes, and I feel like if they're constantly slanted all the time, it can kind of limit on some of his expressions. But I don't know, for now right now it's working pretty nice. Also, I know he has just lines for eyes, but lines for eyes, I mean lines for eyebrows, so. Actually, for this, I want to get my Pinterest out. And just so that everyone knows, my Pinterest is public, so if you're interested in knowing what Pinterest references I use, then you can just search me up there, 2.12 on there, and you can see all the stuff I use and look at to study and everything. I think I've found some pretty nice references. And just use the references to then build the expression that I want. Now we're gonna have the mouth move on its own, so that's gonna be a separate layer. Yeah, let's just continue. Actually, how should I do that? Well, let's make the hand first and then figure that out afterwards. Those fingers don't look right. And there his head is shaped completely wrong. Come on, there we go. I could draw it like that, but that is not the direction I want my style to go in. I don't know. Like, what do you guys prefer? Like, do you prefer like noses like this or nose like this? But if I'm drawing a nose like that, I prefer to do it like a side of a nose. I don't know why. I mean, I think it completely depends on the thing you're going for. But personally, for my style, I'm not saying that that looked bad, but and absolutely not. It doesn't look bad, but for my style, that is not a direction I want to go in. Okay. And now we draw the next frame. Oh yeah. I wonder if we could do anything else for this. Maybe give him like... No, just keep it like that. And later on see if we want to do anything else with it. Yep. There we go. So now we have the movement of him bopping his head like this. Just add a few details here and there. Maybe add his eyebrow there. Just to give it a bit more something. Right, so after this point, we do the in-betweens. And the way I was thinking we could do this is actually for the first bit to create some more impact for when he puts his head down. Actually have his... Okay, so let's say that this is a... Oh, wow, that's a big chin right there. I can't draw. Yeah, so let's say that this is Rai Mou's head and that's his torso. So I actually want the head to move back first, but for his chest to start already moving forward, so that when his head finally does go down, it moves rapidly, creating more of an impact. So then his head will go like, it will move downwards and then kind of jolt back upwards, creating more impact. I don't know if you made any sense out of that, but I think that once I start animating, you may or may not get it. We'll have to see. I don't even know how I'm going to go about doing it exactly, but I think actually the first thing that I'm going to do is do the extreme point of Rai Mou's head completely down. Hold on, I need maybe we don't go all the way down. Well, anyway, that's the end of his neck. And we don't really want his shoulder moving anyway, so this area is not really going to move. Except it is, because we want his torso to actually come forward. At this point. So it's going to be more like down there. So it's like dun 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 dun. And here we're going to start drawing his head. Feel like his head is shrunk. We need to make this bit here bigger. I feel like in animation it does shrink a little bit, but I don't think it's too bad. Oh, I didn't notice you. Sorry, mate. Thanks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Seems like you've already left. Sorry about that. I didn't notice you sent over a message. But yeah, thanks. This is why I need two monitors, because, you know, I can't. I miss out with interacting with people. Hey. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you were here or not because my stream count goes up and down. Sometimes it's like 1 viewer, 2 viewers. I don't think YouTube always does say it doesn't do a good job of tracking the whatchamacallit. But that's looking again, it's not showing me the entire animation. That's one thing that really annoys me about Clip Studio Paint sometimes. So when I'm trying to animate, it doesn't show me all the in-betweens. It has to like kind of process them before I can do anything. Well, anyway, those are the extremes, so we got the extremes done. Let's see. So then I guess we should start in-betweening. Also, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to take that stretching break. Take every stream session, but it's still going to be a bit. So I'm going to do a few in-betweens and then we can take that stretching break. Let's see how far we can get. So for this, his head starts to come down. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a better job with the hands today. Not being that careful with it, but I feel like I was just really tired yesterday. So it wasn't really going my way. Okie dokie. Okie dokie kokie. Yeah, so for this one we wanted to start bringing his chest more forward. I feel like we actually need to modify this one for that actually a little bit. So I think we're gonna bring him down just a tiny bit. And then we're gonna bring his chest and shoulder and all this down a bit further. Oh. Because I really, really want to get that movement going where he kind of like, his chest goes down first and then his head follows. Actually, for that movement, okay, I've already screwed up. Oh, I need to do this again. I've already screwed up that frame. Because we need his head to fling even further back, so his head needs to go down there, but his chest needs to go down. Which stretches his neck and then it kind of like clicks back. So, just need to do more of that then. Yeah, it's not like I want to do a really big movement for the head. That's exactly what I'm looking for, just something very slight. So it's a slow movement of the head, but I think the chest is going to move down a bit quicker than that. I don't know. We'll need to see how that happens. So for here, then we need this area to kind of stretch. trying to figure out how flipping muscle tissue works. Yeah, you see what I mean? It kind of like stretches his neck there. I don't know how realistic that is, but it'll provide the impact I need when his head finally comes down. I think I'm going to do one more in between, this time with his chest about around this part, but his head only slightly higher than what it is here. Not much of a difference at all, actually. So it just provides like a slight, I don't know what words I'm looking for. But we're getting the effect I wanted anyway, so I think you'll see what I mean when this starts to get finished. Yeah, the fingers definitely aren't being consistent there. They're like way thicker there. So I might thicken. Well, I can do some rubbing out and stuff to make them a bit more consistent, but let's just get the motion down basically. And then we can start nitpicking. Got this. Yeah, so it kind of like moves up like that. And then to provide some, let's see. I might want to make a frame before this. That makes the head go even lower than this. So that it kind of like snaps back. Like just slightly slower, but you can like tell the motion like happens. I don't know if my explanations are doing a very, I don't know if I'm explaining this the best way possible, but I feel like definitely, again, the warmth of in here is kicking in. So, you know, I am focused, but it's just hard to put what I mean into words at the moment. It's just way too hot. Way too hot. Like, I have no air conditioning in here. Only way I can really get cool air is by going outside or opening a window. And I'm not going to open a window here because it's just way too noisy. There's cars going outside constantly. It's not good. Won't be good for the stream. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. Obviously it's a bit fast at the moment, but you see how it kind of like goes up and then like snaps back like that. That's what I'm looking for. But now I think it's a great time for us to have our stretching break. So as per usual, during stream, we can take a small 5-minute break and I'll be right back after doing a bit of stretching. So see you guys in a bit, and enjoy the nice music in the background while I'm gone. Alright, see you soon. Alright guys, I'm back. My stretching break. Okay. Got some good press ups in as well, and yeah, now we can continue working on our scene. Okie dokie kokie. So this is where we left off. Yeah. My water bottle's just over there. I'm going to be 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Yeah, you gotta stay hydrated, especially in this heat. Flipping heck. Ah, that's nice. Water bottle ASMR. I don't know how that sounded like. I hope I didn't kill your ears or something. But anyway, let's get back to it. So, right. So I think we got the first 3 frames. I might even do in-betweens between those to slow down the movement. But this is where we left off, so now we just need to continue with this movement. So it'll be about there. Wonder how that looks. I wonder how logical that is. I think it looks okay for what it is. But it certainly needs more in-betweens. And the timing needs to be better, but we can work on that pretty much now. Let's see. Yeah, my brain is malfunctioning now. Okay. We need an in-between here of him moving from that space to that space. So his nose will be, let's just do it bang smack in the middle. And then let's see how the timing will work out. Now I think at this point in time we can start revealing Rai Mou's eye. And also moving his head. Hold on. Let me get my animation glove on. I don't know why I didn't already have it on. That's better. Yeah, the hand is definitely smaller than here. There's a difference. Let's try and... Well, we need to see what we do about that. Well, for the ending bit here anyway, we need to have an in between way closer to the finished product. Maybe go above this extreme here. That's what I tend to like to do, so make his eye so it kind of like snap smoke. So make his iris smaller, his eyes wider, his eyebrows angrier, and that will then translate well into snapping back into that. You see like that? It's very subtle, but it kind of like, it gives it more life. That's just my personal opinion. I'm just thinking how funny it is, how much work I'm putting into this scene in particular, considering how short this scene is actually going to be. Because, like, I'm just thinking about it right now, and I could have easily done this scene literally with one image and a bit of editing. But no, I chose to do it the hard way and make, like, how many frames is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 7 frames so far on this one animation, like, yeah. It'll look good in the end. Obviously my nose won't change as well. No. Also, one thing I've noticed is Clip Studio Paint genuinely needs to fix their numbering system for these. Come on. It's a bit silly, actually, in my opinion. It doesn't work. Like 2, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3, 4, 5, 1. I know, like, it's because of you know, order that I've done them in, but genuinely, like, every animator starts from the extremes and then does the in-between bits, and I wish I would like order them like properly. But it does this weird, way weird thing with this stuff. Okay, that's definitely not symmetrical. Actually, I haven't checked for symmetry of this at all. I don't think it really matters, but because I'm a perfectionist, make that just... it's just... I can't be bothered. Just leave it. It's fine for what it is. At the moment, in this particular animation, I'm not looking to make this the best possible it could be. At the moment, it's just a matter of getting this done and out for June 1st. Definitely happening, because I have a history, not on this channel, but on some of my previous channels. Like, I actually made like a pilot episode, and I kept on saying, okay, the release date's going to be now. No, the release date's going to be now. My timing was horrible. I had no idea of, like, if I was actually going to be able to do that much in that amount of time, and now looking back, it was really unrealistic. But realistically speaking, I will be able to finish this by June 1st. That's just a given fact. Actually, that looks pretty alright. Like, even the timing of that already, like, I don't know how much I'm gonna need to space out these. Maybe just like move that one like a bit there. It's not too quick. Okay, where is it quickest? Maybe in moving the head upwards. So maybe like move that one. Again, Clip Studio is lagging and it's not showing me a proper result. Thanks a lot. Come on, Clip Studio, work with me here, please. Actually, that looks pretty sweet. Kind of stalls there for just like one extra frame. It's not much, but you can notice it. Actually, it's not even one extra frame, it's more like two. But anyway, it just adds that extra little bit of stalling there. It doesn't like immediately like go upwards, which is nice. And now I guess we just start detailing it. I don't think we're going to color this stream, but if we have time during the stream we could move on to another animation bit, possibly, where Shotai reacts to Rai Mou appearing. Still thinking about how we're going to do that. Not entirely sure. Maybe it will dawn on me. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. His head, the one thing that bugs me was his head does get smaller here. I'm wondering if we can like, I think we can fix it maybe. I don't know. Just need to see how this goes. Oh, didn't mean to do that. How does that look? Looks good enough. Genuinely could be moving in a more logical way, but at the moment, I don't really mind too much. Most of Bakemono Caller is just getting the point across. But genuinely, like, I feel like it's a bit of a stylistic choice as well, that not everything is perfect. Like, if stuff moves about, it doesn't really affect it, like, in a really negative way. Oh, I like it. It looks like his hair bends there when his finger, like, pushes up against it. I wonder if I can continue that trend with this. Mistake turned into feature. Actually, I might want to smear this a little bit here. We can certainly smear it with colors, but just add a bit of extra oomph. To the animation. Animation. I don't know what accent that was. Yeah, it does add more to it. Lagging again, which once again helps me a whole butt ton. I want the hair tuft to curve up a bit. It's like he's brushing his hair away. How does that look? Looks alright. Like so. Right, we got the hair down, for the most part anyway. Yeah, it looks alright. I'm happy with that. Ba-doobity. Okay. Next we need to work on the details, so we just add the cloth piece here around Rai Mou's next. I wonder if I don't really think for this point we probably don't need to do a lot of cloth physics like we did with the last one. Cloth physics are a pain in the bum bum. I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, let's just get this working like it should. I think I have increased in speed as an animator. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, compared to my last big project, which took me like a year, I reckon if I was to attempt that same project now, I would be able to do it in a much shorter amount of time. Well, not. Then again, I have to remember that at the time I did make that project, I did have a school and other things to worry about. So, you know. Okay, I think I'm not happy with that. I think this needs to extend more like this way, because look, where his arms are, it kind of like, I know it doesn't exactly follow his body shape, but I feel like if we make it that size, he doesn't look, it just doesn't look right to me. So let's just make it a bit bigger. So we might need to do a bit of lip syncing as well. Mr. PCM. How does it look with that? I mean, it looks alright. I feel like we should add something like that. That looks... Yeah, because since he's lifting his arm up, and there's nothing there, and we got all the cloth here, it kind of looks off if we don't have that little bit of arm poking out there. We need to move this down. Just realised that. Because when we lose the effect, that would work so hard to get. And then here his cloth starts to fall down a bit. There we go. And then we'll return back to this point. As you can see, I smeared it here a little bit. I don't know, just to give it some slight extra effect. It's not going to do much since there's not a lot there, but he does move his head up pretty fast, so I think it could add to it a little bit. Okay, I know it's not finished yet, but what does it look like? Again, once again, it's not showing me everything I want it to see. I want to see. Sure. It's looking pretty good. I feel like the smears though, they're not like I wanted them to be. Because it looks like when the smears are being added here, it looks like it's like coming from down, like up here, rather than down here where it's supposed to be. So we actually need to kind of do like an opposite of the smears kind of cutting in to the existing image to make sure that it travels the right way around. Okay, so once again, Clip Studio lag when it's trying to process all the frames. But you get the idea. That's more or less how. I mean, it's not perfect, far from it, but it adds a bit of something extra. If Clip Studio wouldn't lag, that would be nice. Okay, what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to export this as a video file just so I can check that over. Because I'm impatient and I want to see how the thing has turned out. So I've got to take my keyboard out again. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to remove the smear frames on the shoulders. It didn't end up looking as good as I wanted them to. So they're gonna go. I feel like this could be partially fixed by adding another in-between in there, but honestly I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna do another video export and see how it looks if I move the frame here. Or if Clip Studio would kindly do it, show me for me. Yep, it's not liking it. When I was animating with OpenToons, it didn't have this problem. Why is that, huh? Okay, let's see. Okay, I think that's better. I feel like it could be fixed if I added in more in-betweens, but I don't want to. I don't know why, I just don't want to. Not out of laziness or anything, but I don't know. I kind of like that janky motion a little bit. Looks alright. Okay, then we're going to add the little details, mainly this bit here. But honestly, considering that this is this far down, this should only really be a line anyway. So it's not a big deal. Yep, that looks alright. Thing there though. Yeah. And that looks alright. Yeah. Okay, so I think the next thing that we're going to do, considering the amount of time that we have left and my brain deadness, I think we're just going to do lip syncing now. So yeah, let's do lip syncing. That means that we need to get the audio file for Rai Mou calling Shotai an idiot, which means that we need to move over to Audacity. So I think we don't have Audacity open yet. So let me just open that real quick. Okay, now we need to import audio. Okay, let me get it out for you. Here we go. And let's see.
Your idiocy amuses me.
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
Your idiocy amuses me.
Okay. So let's get that. Create it into... Whoops, I made a mistake. Of course, we need to delete these areas first.
Your idiocy amuses me.
And now we export it. My mistake. And now it should be exported, which means that we can go back to Clip Studio Paint. And import audio. And then this should just work.
Your idiocy amuses me. Your idiocy amuses me.
Yep, I am happy with that. So now we just add the lip sync. And for lip syncing help, we're going to open up OpenTunes, because OpenTunes has a cool feature that when you drag you see like in Clip Studio where you drag like this, but you can't actually hear a sound, which is really annoying for lip syncing purposes. In OpenTunes you can actually drag and it will play the vocals out for you. So then you know what pointer exactly and what kind of shape of mouth it needs to be. Clip Studio is actually, OpenTunes is genuinely a very underrated program, and I highly recommend it to any animator that's beginning to animate. If OpenTunes wouldn't have started crashing like crazy, I would still be using it to this day. Like, basically, genuinely, one of the reasons why I switched from OpenTunes to Clip Studio is because of the lag and the crashes and everything that OpenTunes had a problem with. I didn't have a way to fix it, but when I came onto my new computer from my laptop, for some reason I was having problems with that. So that's another reason why. Why? Alright, so let's get the voice acting in here, load it in, and I don't know if you can hear this, but OpenTunes actually plays up the vocals. This is what I meant. So it really helps to time the vocals right. So let's see, it basically starts off from, hold on. So around 3 is where it he begins to speak. So here we can just have him smiling. And then at number 3, you can start puckering up his lips to say "you're," but still a bit of a smile. It looks so goofy, bro. What? Come on. I don't think his mouth is supposed to be either. Proportional difficulties. Here you can see my lack of knowledge of proportions. At least when it comes to the head, I struggle so much with the head. Seriously, I don't know why. That's one area that I genuinely need practice in. What's it on number 7?
You're it. You're it.
Let's see. About 13 to 14, he starts calling Shotai an idiot. Actually, I could.
You're idiots.
What's that, 15?
You're idiot. Your idiocy.
let's see. So what frame am I right now? 17, so what's next? Maybe at 20 starts to do an O.
Idiocy. Idiocy.
There we go.
Your idiocy. Amuse. Your idiocy amuses. Your idiocy amuses.
See.
Amuses me. Amuses. Amuses.
For me, we can just do like a big open mouth and then just make it smaller. The thing with lip syncing and animation is it doesn't need to be like exact ever. What are the looks?
He amuses me. Amuses me.
It's lagging a bit once again.
Your idiocy amuses me.
So once again, I am going to convert it into a video file and then we'll see how this goes. But actually we're starting to near the end of the stream anyways. So what I think we could do is I'll make this into a final thing, make a few final adjustments if needed. And yeah, we'll need to see.
Your idiocy amuses me. Your idiocy amuses me. Amuses me.
Okay, it's a bit janky in some places, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and fix it off camera. I think we can start wrapping up the stream pretty much now. So like we have done in all the previous streams, I will now put up what we've managed to do in this stream. So that means I'm gonna need to go and export this into a video file as well. Please give me a moment. And like you can see, like immediately you can just tell that the line work in this is just a lot thicker than the other one. but no matter. So now we can go to our beautiful gallery, and I'm going to change the settings of this one and give it the updated version. There we go. We got the updated one, and then we need to add a new media file for what we managed to do today.
Your idiocy
Now, once again,
amuses me.
you're going
Your
to hear this
idiocy amuses me.
looping for like 2 seconds.
Your idiocy amuses me.
Until I get it fixed. There we go. So these are the things we've managed to do so far. Oh, I didn't want to move the background. Ah. Just this. Gotta say, I think we've been pretty productive with these streams. I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've managed to do. Yeah, it's looking good. I have to say, I am very pleased. So, with all this done and dusted now, I just want to say thanks guys for watching, thanks for sticking around. And if there's still someone still in the chat, you know, thanks for sticking with me through the stream. And yeah, until the next one, I guess. In the next one, I don't know if I'm going to be doing animating off screen for a bit now. But if not, just generally speaking, the next animations I'm going to be working on, the next things I'm going to be working on is getting that colored in. Maybe perhaps fixing the lip syncing a little bit because it was a tiny little bit janky. And then Shotai saying Rai Mou. And what other scenes are there left to do? There are definitely some scenes that I am going to do off camera though. Because I want to leave them for the film and for you to see them then. But I think we're all done here for today, so I just want to say thanks guys a ton for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the stream. I really enjoyed animating today. It was a lot of fun, especially since I'm not so tired, but goodness me, the heat can definitely go away. But in any way, thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next stream or video or whatever. Yeah, so thanks for watching guys. See ya.